Before skyscrapers, smartphones, or cities, there was the primal world of early man, a world carved by survival, shaped by instinct, and driven by adaptation. From silent shadows under African skies to the dawn of civilization, our story is not just one of evolution, it's one of resilience. This is not just history. This is our origin. Around 2.8 million years ago, Homo habilis emerged in Eastern Africa. Their name means handyman, and for good reason. They created the first crude stone tools, simple flakes for cutting meat, bones, and plants. These tools marked a turning point. They weren't just scavengers anymore. They could compete with predators. It was the beginning of human innovation, and the first spark of survival through intellect. 1.9 million years ago, Homo erectus appeared. Taller, smarter, and stronger than their predecessors, they unlocked one of humanity's greatest tools, fire. No longer at the mercy of the cold or predators, they could cook food, ward off beasts, and survive in hostile environments. Fire gave them light in the dark and power over their world. Ash remains in caves from South Africa to China tell us this was the turning point for control over nature. Homo erectus was also the first to leave Africa. Over hundreds of generations, they migrated across continents, into the Middle East, India, China, and Southeast Asia. Fossil finds in Dmanisi, Georgia, and Java, Indonesia prove their astonishing range. They adapted to forests, savannas, and even volcanic landscapes. This bold expansion set the stage for all future migrations, turning early man from a local survivor into a global explorer. While Homo erectus moved east, Neanderthals took root in the icy north of Europe and Western Asia. Stocky and powerful, they were cold-weather survivors. They built shelters, wore hides, and hunted mammoths. They buried their dead and may have used pigments to decorate tools or even themselves. Far from brutish cavemen, Neanderthals were complex, emotional beings. We now know they even interbred with modern humans. Part of them lives within us still. 300,000 years ago, a new species emerged, us, Homo sapiens. With lighter builds and faster brains, they spoke, planned, and imagined. Cave paintings in France, ochre beads in Africa, and engraved bones in Europe show they expressed identity, memory, and belief. Homo sapiens didn't just survive, they created. And with every brushstroke, fire ring, and buried talisman, they left messages for the future, echoes of thinking minds. With intelligence and teamwork, early Homo sapiens became apex predators. They studied animal behavior, used traps, coordinated ambushes, and adapted tools for specific prey. Spears, atlatls, and bows changed the game. This mastery over the hunt brought food, but also stories. Rock art in Spain and Indonesia shows wild hunts frozen in time. These weren't just survival scenes. They were the beginning of human storytelling. Between 70,000 and 40,000 years ago, humans crossed the Red Sea, entered Asia, and eventually reached every continent except Antarctica. They sailed to Australia, braved frozen Siberia, and walked into the Americas. Each journey came with new climates, challenges, and adaptations. Genetic markers in our DNA still trace these ancient paths. Humanity didn't just move, we evolved with each step. Roughly 12,000 years ago, the world changed. People in the Fertile Crescent began domesticating plants, wheat, barley, and animals like goats. Settlements formed. Permanent homes replaced nomadic camps. The Neolithic Revolution gave rise to social roles, trade, and stored knowledge. But it also brought inequality, disease, and war. Civilization began, not from conquest, but from a handful of seeds planted in rich soil. As farms grew into cities, new ideas blossomed. Scribes etched law into clay, priests tracked the stars, and builders stacked stone into temples. From Mesopotamia to Egypt, knowledge became power. Human voices gained permanence, etched in stone, drawn on walls, written in ink. The age of history had begun. From scattered tribes, the human family had created legacy. We are the children of fire makers, tool carvers, and world travelers. Our ancestors didn't vanish. They live in our bones, our languages, our stories. When we look to the stars or teach our children, we continue the oldest tradition of all, passing knowledge forward. If this journey moved you, subscribe, like, and share. You're not just watching history, you're part of it. Thanks for walking with us.